Welcome back to STO Wisdom. Respect is not something that can be forced or demanded in a relationship. It must be earned through consistent actions, character, and personal strength. When a woman loses respect for a man, it is only a matter of time before love, attraction, and even loyalty begin to fade. No amount of persuasion or pleading can restore what has already been lost. Only a fundamental shift in mindset and behavior can rebuild true respect. The great Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, understood this deeply. They taught that self-respect is the foundation upon which external respect is built. A man who lacks self-respect, who compromises his values for approval, or who allows his emotions to dictate his actions will inevitably lose the respect of those around him. On the other hand, a man who holds himself to high standards, who remains steadfast in his principles, and who refuses to be shaken by external opinions naturally commands respect. To earn respect in any relationship, one must first cultivate inner strength. By focusing on self-improvement, emotional control, and living with integrity, a man ensures that respect follows as a byproduct, not as something he has to beg for. True respect is never requested, it is commanded through how one lives. Below, we will analyze the 5 critical behaviors that destroy respect and the Stoic solutions. One of the quickest ways to lose respect in a relationship is by constantly seeking validation. A man who always looks for approval, asks for reassurance, or changes his personality just to please a woman appears weak and insecure. Instead of seeing him as a strong, independent individual, she begins to view him as someone who lacks confidence and self-worth. Over time, this neediness erodes attraction, making the relationship feel more like a burden than a partnership. The Stoics understood that true confidence comes from within, not from external validation. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A man who depends on others for his sense of worth will always feel unstable because external opinions are constantly shifting. However, a man who builds his identity around his values, principles, and inner convictions remains unshaken, regardless of how others perceive him. The solution is clear: stop chasing validation. Develop confidence by living according to your own principles. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you won't need constant approval. Respect and admiration will naturally follow. A man who cannot control his emotions will always be seen as weak. Whether it's reacting with anger, frustration, or falling apart under pressure, emotional instability signals a lack of inner strength. In relationships, a woman wants to feel secure with a man who can remain composed no matter the situation. If you explode in rage over small things or shut down when faced with challenges, she will instinctively lose respect for you. Emotional volatility is not a sign of passion or strength, it is a sign of weakness and immaturity. The Stoics emphasized emotional mastery as one of the highest virtues. Seneca wisely stated, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." True strength lies in the ability to remain calm in the face of adversity, to respond rather than react, and to approach every situation with rationality and composure. Losing control means surrendering your power to external circumstances, whereas mastering your emotions allows you to take command of your own life. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Before reacting, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Train yourself to control your emotions, and you will gain not only respect but also real power over your life. Indecisiveness is one of the biggest signs of weakness. A man who hesitates, overthinks, or constantly seeks direction from others appears unreliable and untrustworthy. In relationships, women are naturally drawn to men who exhibit leadership, confidence, and decisiveness. If you always ask her what to do, avoid making tough calls, or second-guess yourself, she will struggle to respect you. A leader doesn't need to be perfect, but he must be willing to make decisions and stand by them. The Stoics understood that true confidence comes from taking responsibility for one's choices. Epictetus wisely stated, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." A strong man does not fear making the wrong decision because he knows that even failure is a lesson that leads to growth. The real mistake is avoiding decisions out of fear of being wrong. Strength comes from embracing responsibility and learning from experience. The solution is clear: own your decisions. Make choices with conviction, even if they carry risk. Accept that you will sometimes be wrong, but never let fear paralyze you. A man who takes action, even imperfect action, earns respect. A man who hesitates loses it. Nothing destroys respect faster than dishonesty and a lack of integrity. When a man's words and actions do not align, trust begins to erode. If you make promises but fail to keep them, tell half-truths, or manipulate situations to your advantage, you may gain short-term benefits, but in the long run, you will lose the respect of those around you, especially the woman in your life. Trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to restore. Without trust, there is no true connection, only doubt and resentment. The Stoics believed that integrity is the foundation of a strong character. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." A man of honor does not lie, deceive, or compromise his values for temporary gain. Instead, he stands firm in truth, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. His reputation is built not on empty words but on consistent, honorable actions. The solution is simple yet profound. Be a man of your word. Speak the truth even when it's uncomfortable. Follow through on promises, no matter how small. A man who lives with integrity commands respect, not because he demands it, but because he has earned it. Passivity is one of the greatest enemies of respect. A man who avoids difficult conversations, tolerates disrespect, or refuses to stand up for himself signals weakness. Women instinctively test men to see if they can handle pressure. This is not manipulation but a subconscious way to gauge strength. If you shy away from confrontation, let problems fester, or allow others to walk all over you, you send a clear message. You are not strong enough to assert yourself. Over time, this erodes respect, attraction, and even self-worth. The Stoics taught that true strength is not about aggression but about having the courage to face challenges directly. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." A man who avoids conflict out of fear is ruled by his emotions, not by reason. Strength comes from addressing issues head-on, setting firm boundaries, and demanding respect, not through force, but through unwavering self-respect. The solution is clear: stop avoiding confrontation. Speak up when necessary. Set boundaries and enforce them. Respect yourself first, and others will follow. A man who stands his ground commands respect, not through words, but through his unwavering presence. Respect is not something you can demand, nor is it something given freely. It is earned through consistency in thought, action, and character. A man who constantly seeks approval, loses control of his emotions, hesitates in decision-making, lacks integrity, or avoids conflict will inevitably lose the respect of those around him. True respect is not won through words or force but through the unwavering discipline of living by your principles. The Stoics understood that external respect is merely a reflection of internal strength. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all emphasize self-mastery as the foundation of a life worthy of admiration. A man who governs his emotions, makes firm decisions, speaks with honesty, and refuses to tolerate disrespect does not need to ask for respect. It is naturally given to him. If you find yourself frequently disrespected, the first step is not to blame others but to examine your own actions. Do you rely on external validation? Do you allow your emotions to control you? Do you hesitate in moments that require decisiveness? Respect begins with self-respect, and self-respect is cultivated through discipline, courage, and consistency. Make these principles a part of your daily life. Stop seeking approval. Master your emotions. Take responsibility for your choices. Live with integrity. Stand up for yourself. Respect is not granted, it is commanded by the way you live. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and commit to continuous self-improvement. The path to respect is not easy, but for those who walk it with conviction, the rewards are undeniable. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you create the life you truly deserve. This maintains all the original wording while improving readability and flow. Let me know if you'd like any refinements.